Today we're unboxing the Lionish Valor. This will be our first bike review on the channel, so I hope you enjoy. So let's get it out the box so we can check it out and see what it looks like. Starting off with the tires, we got 26 by 4-inch fat tires, and as you can see, these things are massive. Looks like the all-terrain tread, which is always a good thing. The brand name is Kenda, which is a very known company in the bike world, and the name of these tires are called the Judgment, and the rims are magnesium alloy integrated with dual bearings. And right here is the front motor that's 1500 watts, and believe it or not, this bike has two motors, one in the front and one in the back, and you got 4-piston hydraulic brakes with power cutoff. When running both of these motors together, you're looking at 3000 watts. Which is a lot of power for just one bike. The rear wheel is pretty much the exact same. It's a Shimano 7-speed. It also has a rear bike rack that can hold a large amount of weight. The bike itself weighs 121 pounds, which for a bike this size is pretty normal. Another feature that it has is a seat adjustment. Underneath the seat is a button, which lets it go up and down. It has a huge LED headlight, and they got really fancy because this bike has side markers front and rear, left and right turn signals, which is very convenient because some places, even though you're on a bike, you have to use turn signals, and they take it very serious. Definitely look into your local laws. It also comes with a very large brake light. Up front on the handlebars, you got the ergonomic grip with a nice sized button panel too. Now let's check out this huge screen. It's a 3.7-inch multifunctional display, which is very new because I haven't seen any bikes with this type of display. Then on the right side of the handlebars, you got the Shimano 7-speed shifter, your brakes, a quarter twist throttle, and an ergonomic grip. The ergonomic grips are pretty standard, but they work and they're very good. Now check this out because this is one of the key features of this bike. It's an all-wheel drive mountain bike. You can switch back and forth from all-wheel drive to just the rear motor. This is a very solid, nice looking bike, as you can see. I really like how they did the black and the orange and had it flow on the entire bike. They made these two colors match very well. For this being a new company, I think they did a very good job. How they put it together was really amazing. The recommended rider height is 5'3" to 6'4", and I'm about 6'2", so as you can see, this is a really big bike. But with the bike standing up like this, it feels very light and easy to control. But don't get me wrong, this is a big bike. Let's get into the suspension. It comes with inverted hydraulic suspension forks that are also adjustable with a twist of a knob. So not only is there a front suspension, there's also a rear. The rear comes with a hydraulic shock, and they placed it right in the middle of the frame, right underneath the seat. And I think this is one of the features that really help give the bike a really smooth ride. Let's jump to the removable lithium-ion 48-volt 20-amp-hour battery. The bike comes with two keys to remove the battery, and the battery comes straight out. But you can also charge the battery with the battery still in the bike. So now that I pointed out most of the key features of the bike, I can already tell this is going to be a really fun bike to ride. So without further ado, let's take this bike and put it on the street. So I'm 6'2", 305 pounds, and this bike gets me around very easy. The max load for this bike is 330 pounds, but overall this is a pretty solid bike. I went to a spot in our area that has a few hills to try it out, and this bike got me up and down the hills very easy. So right about here, I was only using the rear wheel, so once I turned on the all-wheel drive, it really went up the hill. And again, it doesn't jerk you or anything, it's just a smooth transition of power. This is an all-terrain bike, and it just rained, and these tires were gripping very good. The bike is also water-resistant IP54, so right about here is when I started using both motors, and it really makes a huge difference in the ride. You can't tell, but it kind of propelled me right up the hill. I was prepared to stop, but I didn't think I was going to go up that fast. I got 2 compliments on the bike, and I hadn't even rode it anywhere yet. So appearance wise, just as I said, I would give this a 10 out of 10 because this is a very nice looking bike. This bike has a torque sensor, dual motors, and 140 newton meters of torque. It also has integrated pedal assist that ranges from 1 to 5, and the website says with the pedal assist you can get up to 100 miles. They put that rear shock right under the seat, and I think that's what gives it the best ride. The ride is very smooth, and you're not bouncing around or anything like that. Coming from the sidewalk to the street, you didn't even notice because this bike is very smooth. takes off with the 2 motors. It's actually pretty cool. This thing flies when you got 2 motors. So right here is a tunnel that me and my kids always go to. And I've been riding my bike down this tunnel for years, ever since I was about 14 years old. And it's still fun to ride your bike down, especially when you're on this bike. So right here, I just wanted to stop and then just take a good look at the bike. And as I was driving past, a lot of people were staring at the bike, not me. I think the mix of these 2 colors make this bike stand out. So if you're looking for a comfortable ride, this is definitely the one. Especially with the 26-inch tire, and having 2 motors on one bike is crazy. But it works because if you ever have to go up a steep hill, this will definitely get you up. So having the rear shock, the front shock, these fat tires makes this bike very smooth when you ride it. So today I did 21 miles on the bike, all throttle. I didn't pedal it or anything. I would have went to the store and picked up some groceries, but I didn't have my straps on me for the rear rack. Right here is where you can charge the battery if you didn't want to remove it. And you could also turn the battery off here too, which I would turn the battery off if I'm just not using it. That way you can save on any power. This is a class 1, 2, and 3 e-bike, but looking at it, you would have never guessed. So in your area, if the top speed is 16, 20, or 28 miles per hour, with this bike, you're good. But right here, let me show you one of the magic buttons. So this button right here, when you press it, it brings up the menu, but if you hold it, it'll turn on the front motor. And right here on the screen, you see a guy on a bike, and you'll see a symbol of both wheels. That's how you know both wheels are going, and it's set in all-wheel drive mode. So I did keep riding the bike because I felt like it was very comfortable to ride. There was little to no traffic, and plus with this bike going 34 miles per hour, I'm definitely able to keep up with traffic. So right before this, somebody else told me that this was a very nice looking bike, so I had to get off and take a look at it myself. And it does look big on camera, but it's a full-size bike, but it's a very comfortable full-size bike. And when you're riding it, it feels way lighter. Now let me hurry up before I miss the light. Take off with dual motors is not a problem. Just be ready for it because the power is instant. And as you see, for a split second, I wasn't ready, but I made the light, so that's all that matters. So the speed limit right here is around 35, but this bike goes 34, so I felt very comfortable getting in the street and riding, because at 34, I can definitely keep up with the flow of traffic. And I'm riding through the middle of a town, so there's no one speeding at all. So because I was cruising through town, I took it out of all-wheel drive because I was on flat roads and it just wasn't necessary. But driving down the road, this bike is quiet. You know, you hear tire noise, but that's normal because you are on a bike. But as far as the motors, they're very quiet and you rarely hear them. And to be honest, you actually don't hear them at all. And trust me, I've been on a few bikes and the motor was loud, but these ones you can't even tell. Even when you have the dual motors on, you still don't hear anything. This is a very solid all-terrain bike. I went from the street to the grass to wet grass at that, then back to the street, and the ride never changed. Let's keep going. Let's keep it going. Dang, bro, cut right in front. That's why you gotta pay attention, man. Always wear a helmet too. Good thing about this bike is that you can definitely keep up with traffic still. Speed limit is 35. I'm going 34.9. Really? Did you just really slow down for that person to do that? That didn't make any sense, but whatever. We gonna ride though. Alright, so we're gonna sit right here. So at this point, I'm about 23 miles in, and it's sitting at about 50%. And again, I haven't pedaled not one time. So they claim that it can do up to 100 miles with pedal assist. And I'm at 23 miles on half, and I didn't pedal not one time. And most times when you pedal with the bike, you double the length. So had I pedaled with it, I probably would have been around 40 miles, if not more. And me being at 50%, that 100-mile claim may be true, but that's just simple math, at least to me. But let me tell you about the Lionish VIP Club. More than an e-bike, it's a lifestyle membership. First 110 orders into the draw, and up to 8 will receive a full refund on their bike. It comes with lifetime remote technical support, priority after sale assistance, reward events, monthly VIP giveaways, referral rewards, VIP community benefits, new product, and upgrade opportunities. I'll leave a link in the description so you can check it out yourself. So basically, you have a chance to get a full reimbursement on your bike. So whatever you pay for the bike at the time of purchase, you'll get that back. And that sounds like a good deal to me. So overall, I would give this bike a 10 out of 10. This bike is sturdy, fast, durable, the ride is smooth, and the bike has a very clean look. And when it comes to mountain bikes, this is definitely one of my favorites. So I'll leave a link in the description and use code SP6 for a discount. So thank you for joining us for our first bike review on the channel. Leave a comment below and tell me your thoughts on the bike. And I hope to see you on the trail soon. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Isaiah, and I'm from the Smith Party of 6, and I'll see you next time. Peace.